You're not the smartest. You're not the coolest. You're not the best looking.
My philosophy is, why be normal when you can be the best? I don't want to be normal.
There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. A real problem. I can understand you misunderstand me running down the street, shirt off, fuck this, no, yeah. I can get it. I get it. If you misunderstand what I'm saying right now today, the problem is you.
Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
That failure is not the opposite of success. That is actually a part of success. Those people didn't become successful because they didn't fail. They became successful because they kept pushing through those failures until they finally got to success.
You are capable of doing so much more than you can ever believe you can. You are limited by your belief in yourself and the limits you have put for yourself.
Act like the person you want to become. That's not fake it till you make it, by the way. This is intentional. Intentionally act like the person you want to become. Because when you intentionally act like the person you want to become, your brain sees you taking those actions, so your brain starts to change the way it relates to you.
How do you want to die? How do you want to fucking be remembered? That's it. That's it. Period.
You're a man. You are a man. Stand up and be a man. Make the hard decisions. Make the sacrifices. Make the unpopular decisions. And become comfortable in your own skin. And if you are not a person that you are comfortable being alone with, that is the one person in this universe that you have full power, full right, and full responsibility to change.
To look at everything that's happened in the past and realize that none of it happened to you and all of it happened for you.
But there is only one you. There is only one person that has lived the life that you have lived and is able to tell your story.
The only reason that I am successful is I'm faster than everybody else. By the time they have thought about an idea, taken it to a meeting, and started to move, I have already made 3 mistakes and found a faster way. If we want to win, we have to have a bias towards action. We have to decrease our time between thinking about a thing and doing the thing. And so most people say, well, I'll get back to you on that next week, right? Get back to you on that next week. Hate that line. That is where dreams and money goes to die. Instead, I say, can you get it to me tomorrow? If all we do different than our competitors is they take a week to do things and we get it done in a day, I don't have to be richer, smarter, or better. I'm just faster.
Don't listen to it. Your parents, your relatives, society, don't listen to anyone. The worst thing you can do is take their advice because they're not you. Only you are you and you know yourself. Take your advice. What you think is the best because you can't lie to yourself.
The best way to protect what you have is to continue to grow it. The minute you get into that mindset of staying where you are and protecting what you have is the minute you start to lose because everybody else has the mentality of getting better, growing. And if you're trying to just stay where you are, then you're moving backwards while they're moving forwards. You're not maintaining.
What is the one thing that makes me unique? What is my superpower? I just failed a lot more than everybody else. I made a lot more mistakes than most people out there. So instead of hiding from that, I'm going to embrace that. I'm going to talk about that openly because that's not something that you hear quite often people say. I messed up. I'm wrong. I failed.
You have exactly what you deserve. Where you are and who you are is what you should be. And if you wanted to be something else, you would be something else. So my father was also very clear with me from the beginning that absolutely everything in life is my fault. Absolutely all of my problems are my own to fix. I don't get to run to anybody else. I don't get to ask anybody else for help. When I got in trouble with the boys at school and I was getting picked on and there was more of them than me, I had to fight and get my ass kicked. That was how the world worked back then.
And he said, when you're in the middle of the woods and you're feeling lost, start walking. And it's a nice metaphor for life, which is you'll die of starvation just stood there overthinking about your problems, lost in the middle of the woods. But if you start walking, you'll gain some information. You'll gain your bearings.
When I had my accident, I found out at that moment, nothing in life is promised except death. If you had the opportunity to play this game of life, you need to appreciate every moment. A lot of people don't appreciate their moment until it's past.
Every single person that's ever done anything great, they breathe like you, they bleed like you, they feel pain like you. These are not superhuman individuals. These are people who, like we said originally, refuse to quit. They are consistently committed to improving, and they're intelligent enough to not make the same mistakes twice. That's it.
One advice that nobody should follow is like the horrible advice that people give you and people you should not follow.
Play it safe. Never play it safe. Never play it safe. You are in your comfort zone. You're never going to grow. You're never going to achieve anything. By playing it safe, no one has become a world champion. By playing it safe, no one has achieved anything in life or won a Nobel Prize or become something worth becoming, man. You don't play it safe. You take risks. There's only one life.
When I think of what's possible for me, I pretty much think everything that's a part of my thing is possible for me. And the only thing that's impossible for me is that something that I'm supposed to do would be impossible for me.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality.
You're lazy, you know exactly what to do. Exactly what to do. Because even me, in my state of, I can't read and write, I knew exactly what to do. It just sucks doing it. It sucks to do it. It sucks to wake up every morning of your life and say, God, man, I'm not smart. So guess what I gotta do? I gotta study the same shit that I got one of the highest scores in the nation on, and do it again. Do it again.
What's the chance that someone can be born tomorrow and essentially match all your accomplishments and become Brez?
0.01%.
You want to guess again?
0.1%.
AI gave us 0.0005% chance. And when I asked it to be conservative, it gave us 0.001% chance. The chance to become an NBA player is 0.2%. So someone's more likely to wake up and become an NBA player, an NFL player, a Premier League player. The funniest one for all the college kids is they have 300 times higher percent chance to get into Harvard.
Damn.
What is the best advice you've ever had or received?
The reason that you have certain big ideas and dreams in your head is because God put them there for a reason. God wouldn't put these big ideas, these big dreams, these big notions in your head that keep you up at night because you're so excited about this vision of what your life can look like if you weren't meant to achieve them. So always remember that God's vision for your life is bigger than your own. Don't doubt him. And sometimes all you have to do is get out of your own way.
The larger the problem, the smaller the solution. The bigger the dream, the smaller the actions are that you need to start taking.
Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact, and that is everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. You can build your own things that other people can use. And the minute that you understand that you can poke life and actually something will, if you push in, something will pop out the other side, that you can change it, you can mold it.
You want to win and be successful in life. Upfront pain always leads to long-term gain. And people do not want to hurt upfront, so they hurt for the rest of their life.
You can be afraid, which is true, and you can still find the willpower to push yourself or discipline to push yourself forward. You can be deeply in a state of grief, having experienced one of the biggest losses or betrayals of your life, and still experience a moment of joy as you're standing on the ocean and watching some bird dive into the sea.
when things are really good in business, I'm typically suffering because growth pains are painful. If things are plateauing, I'm usually suffering because plateaus are painful because you don't know, like, why are we stagnating? What's going on? And if you're declining, it's really painful. And so it's just like life is painful. And so pain in of itself is not an indication that there's something wrong. Suffering is not an indication that there's something wrong. It's just feedback. It's a signal. And so that's been helpful for me.
Do you need the UFC title? Do you need that?
Yes.
Why though?
Why I need UFC title more than everything in my life. I would give all money, all watches, all cars just to have that belt.
Why?
It's my dream. I wanna. You want something so much. You wanna get it. You know.
Yeah.
You got 11.
I got
11 title defense.
11 title defense, but I have 15. I should have 15 belts, but yeah, 15 times.
So I want at least 3-4 times.
Well, let's say boxing. Tyson Fury is the champion. If you ask me if I could smash, I would say yes. I would smash
Tyson Fury.
In my head, yes. But when I come in the ring, he would knock me out after 2 seconds. But the mentality is,
yes,
I can.
Yes.
But in the ring, he would eat me alive, without doubts. But my mentality is, I can.
The cons of you waiting is where you are exactly. It's like that's like the huge con to it. Like I said, this could be any project. This could be anything that you're starting, whether it's diet, whether it's life, whether it's making money, it could be anything. If you are waiting, knowing that you waiting has gotten you nothing, you are an idiot. You're literally an idiot. Because before the decision, you were still waiting. Now there's something in front of you that you could quite literally start tomorrow and change your life, whatever the case may be. But you're deciding to wait. What's the wait for? You know this thing could help you.
Listen, I'm no different from you guys. I grew up in a fucking small town in Wisconsin with a population of 8 people where everyone goes to college, gets a normal job, retires, like works a job for 40 years, then retires. Like that was the path that I was destined to be on. But I said, fuck that. I figured it out on my own and I made it happen for myself.
Manifesting is a bridge that's made of bricks between you and the thing that you dream about. And what you do when you manifest is you don't manifest where the bridge is going. You manifest the bricks. So a great example is a marathon. So let's say that you've never run a day in your life, but your bucket list is to complete the London Marathon. Yes, you can put on your vision board a photograph of a runner crossing the London Marathon. You can even put the dream that you have in terms of the number that you want the time to be, okay? But you better put a runner in the rain up there. You better put an alarm clock that says 4:30 in the morning, because that's what time you're going to have to get up in order to get your training runs in. You better put a runner that's gripping their leg like this when they get a muscle cramp. You better put up, a vision of you at mile 13 and your earbuds run out and you still got 2 more miles to go.
And then you have moms who will tell you to be realistic because they don't want their kid to get hurt. Look, dude, if you want your kid to actually win, your kid's going to get fucking hurt. That's reality. That's how it works. So yeah, I agree with this 100%. Setting goals that are too small creates more losers than really anything else.
When you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way it is, and your life is just to live your life inside the world. Try not to bash into the walls too much. Try to have a nice family life. Have fun. Save a little money.
If all your books, videos, and tweets were erased from the internet forever, and all you had was the next 60 seconds to leave to the world, what's the most useful thought you could leave to the world?
Figure out what you want. Ignore the opinions of others. And do so much volume that it would be unreasonable that you would be unsuccessful.
If you don't have that belief in yourself to start, then you shouldn't start. You just shouldn't, because you're going to get 1 or 2 steps down the road. You're going to get punched in the face, and you're going to say, "Oh man, everybody was right." Yep. You know, and that's why I talk about the dark side energy being so valuable, especially in the beginning years where you have a little bit of fuck you in you, so that when you do stumble, because you're gonna, and when you do make mistakes, because you're gonna, and everybody's gonna laugh at you, and they will, you're able to be like, hey, fuck you, man. I'm gonna fucking show you motherfuckers what the fuck I'm capable of. And you continue to go.
I don't need anyone. That's why people come to me to motivate them. No one can motivate me. I have a resume full of fucking motivation that whenever I'm down, I'm like, oh, hang on, motherfucker. Oh, you know the truth. You know the truth. You know the darkness of the fucking dungeons and the fucking demons that fly. You know, and then from there, it's like, okay, you were there. You know this. There was no one there to pick up the rucksack, to pick up the boat, to pick up the log, to go in there. It was you. It was you. There was no pat on the fucking back at 300, at 275, at 250, at 220. No, that was you.
People who are going to win are always going to be the ones who are just willing to do that and are willing to just go. Like, they're just willing to do the shit that other people don't want to do. It's like, even if you look around you, bro, like, the gym works, but a lot of people, you know, aren't in great shape. Or, I mean, business as a whole, like, it works. People just aren't willing to do what it takes.
I think a lot of people haven't accepted the fact that, like, they just have to make hard decisions and, like, it's not going to be easy. And I actually like the fact that you just say transparent, like, it sucks to call, it sucks to get leads, it sucks to get, like, denied all the time and everything like that, but you have to do it. And it's like,
it sucks until you fall in love with the process too. And I think it's a matter of staying in the game long enough until you start to see a little bit of result, and then finally you realize, like, the process is what's fun.
You can't change what happened to you in the past, but you have every ability whatsoever to change what it means to you. You can decide right now. I used to think, well, I'm going to use myself as an example. Not that I really thought this, but I'm going to use it as an example so you can understand it. Like, I've got 6 brothers. They can all run. I had polio. I've got this brace on my leg. I can't run. I used to think, I didn't think this, but I'm just using it as an example. I used to think, well, God doesn't love me as much as he loved them because they could run and I couldn't run. Or I could think, well, God loved me more than he loved them. That's because he made it so I couldn't run, so I learned how to fight. Right?
I think my goal is to continue to get better at what I do, because I think that that's the foundation of everything, is becoming really good at what you do. And I think the money naturally flows with becoming the fucking best at what you're trying to do.
You should believe in yourself enough to know that you can accomplish literally anything. It is literally math, okay? It is not magic. It's you win today, you win tomorrow, you win the next day, you win the day after that, you win the day after that. That shit all compounds just like a score would compound. How many days have you won versus how many days have you lost? It's a mathematical equation. And when you remove the magic from it and just accept it for what it is, winning becomes really fucking easy. And if you do it long enough, it becomes automatic.
So that I could understand that it's unfair that I got jumped by 5 men, but it is my fault because I walked down the alleyway. And it is unfair that the Romanians lied about me, but it's my fault because I was living in Romania. I can blame myself for something always. And when you do those things, you can end up sitting in a cockroach-infested dungeon and still smile.
You would look like the biggest loser in the world. But in your 15-year-old mind, you're like, it's going to be awesome. But when you play it out, it's like, no, it actually isn't awesome. Like, the only way that you can really, quote, get back is that you would, win so big that you shrink them into irrelevance. And so I think, like, the real behind the success is the only revenge is that you just don't really think about them anymore. It's just not really a thing. Because if I actually thought about somebody every day, they won. Like, they won.
A good piece of advice to you guys as well is, not focus on the results, not focus on the outputs, but focus on the inputs and doing the shit that you need to do every single day. And don't attach your emotion to the outcome. Just focus on attaching your emotion to the inputs and just make sure you're showing up every single day, and the results will come with time,
I would want from a companion is I would want someone who is encouraging, who sees the possibility in the future, who gently pushes me and encourages me to get out of the rut, to get out of the hole, to get out of the sheepfold, to get out of the swamp that I'm in, and to move on and do better.
I was preparing for 𝐘𝐨𝐮𝐫. He pulled out. I thought I wrestled with 𝐘𝐨𝐿 by the life. So for that wrestling fight, I went to the mountain, stay there, locked in 3 weeks, train, and then when you go out from there, you're different, you know.
Yep.
For 3 weeks, you're locked in and preparing for that, and it gives me motivation to do something. When you don't have something, you just come play, you know, play around, just do some techniques and then leave. But when you have something and you win, and then you're excited and you want to do more.
Just do the shit that you know you need to do every single day, see what opportunity comes with that, and just seek opportunity and take opportunity where it's presented. I mean, that's been what I've done. Like my whole career has been literally just doing the inputs every single day, showing up, giving it my all, and then as opportunity presents itself to do bigger and better, I take that opportunity where it's presented. And
I don't like excuses, explanations. You know, my philosophy is to be perfect, to not answer on questions why you did this, why you did that, and have some excuses. I feel shame if I trying to explain you why I didn't win this fight. Just I didn't win, and that's it.
Most people severely underestimate what they're actually capable of, whether it be because their parents told them shit or their teachers told them shit, or they've never observed someone actually being successful in their entire life. They never came from a place where they could like see someone from their neighborhood that did the thing. But I assure you, there are millions of people out there who have way more difficult circumstances than you, that have achieved far more than you are possibly even dreaming at this moment. So why the fuck not you?